So I am hoping this video is going to be better than the last one. I'm trying to get the computer to a good space where you can see what I'm doing and that it can be helpful for you. So I'm just taking out everything that I had for my last project. I didn't save it, I didn't need to. But if you want to make a card, just follow these few steps and it should be easy for you, hopefully. So we want to select a shape. Start by selecting the shape of your card. For the purpose of this video, we want our shape to be 8.8 by 7. This is going to change when we upload our images. I just want to show you today I am making this superhero card. I'm just going to show you how to do it in Design Space, and you'll be able to do the print and cut portion on your own. I found this image on Google. I googled black woman superhero and this image popped up. You can find whatever image of your choice, but this is the image that I have on my card. So I'm uploading the image just from items that I have saved. And again, it might take me a little while to get this up because my computer has to think about some things. So I might scroll fast because I actually have to find the image, and here she is. Just click and insert here. Now I want to size my image to a size 7, so I'm going to leave it locked so everything stays in proportion, and I'm just going to highlight height, type in the number 7, and now she can rest flush with my card. I am going to highlight over both and adjust to center vertically so that she can match up with my card so it's not too much hangover for her. And I'm going to highlight over both again to make sure that my card is 10 inches wide. Now I'm going to leave it 7 inches in height, so I've unlocked it and I'm just clicking 10 here so that my card is now 10 inches. Same as I did in the last video. I'm adding a score line by going to my shapes and clicking the score line, going over to height and changing that height to 7. Now I'm just going to move my score line over to the side for a second. Now that I have her how I want her and the card to be 10 inches by 7, I am going to duplicate her and set her over to the side. Now I am going to weld the two together, and now she becomes one with the card. I'm going to add my score line back. Doesn't matter where you place it because we are going to highlight it and we are going to center it. I am going to move my card backwards so that I can see where that score line actually is now. And sometimes you have to do it more than once depending on what your machine is reading that's in there. Now I can move her right back over here and see how she's going to fit in this card. I will add my text by just clicking the text box, and I chose happy, all in caps, mothers, apostrophe S, and day with an exclamation point. And I believe I took it down to 2 inches because that's usually what fits about right when you add an image to these cards. You can slide it right over into place and unlock it and just determine how big you want it. So this is going to be 2 inches by 3 inches. You can move it up, move it around, just move it to what feels right for you. And then I also added my business name to the back. If you choose to do that, you can do that and make it kind of look like a Hallmark card. But for me, I chose King's Designs MD. I sized my image down, or my text down, to about 2 inches. And as you can see, that was unlocked. You can do your image however you want. And I believe I sized this down to about 1/2 of an inch. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you choose. You can ungroup and unlock your words and move them around if that's not what you like. But one of the most important things is that this font is Cricut Sans font. This is free in Cricut Design Space. And you want to make sure that your style is set to writing. When it's set to writing, you will put your Cricut pen in. I do have a pack of Cricut pens behind me, behind my computer. But you'll put your Cricut pen in. Just load it in like you would your stylus or anything else. And I'm using the Cricut Air Explorer 2. You load that in. It will do your writing for you. Cricut typically goes from scoring first, then writing, and then cutting. So you'll know what to add. And if you use your Cricut before, it tells you step by step which item you need to add when. So I'm going to move this over to the side just to get her out the way. I like to keep her there so I can see what it looks like. But now I want to highlight all this together, and I want to go to the bottom of my screen and click attach. When you click attach, it will tell your Cricut what to do. So it knows it's going to, again, score this first, write these 2 things second, and then it's going to cut out this shape. Now don't be alarmed. When Cricut starts to write these out, it's not going to write your letters out in order. It skips and moves around and places the letters just right. But it'll all come out perfectly fine. So once you've done all this, you can move her back there if you want. You don't have to. You click make it, which is what I just did. She is a print and cut. So when you go to your print and cut, if you click continue at the bottom of your screen, it's going to send it to your printer. Once it sends it to your printer, you print it off just like you would. It's going to print out exactly how you see here with the square around it. Then you're going to bring it over to your mat. You're going to load it on your mat just as it is here. And it is going to cut all the way around. So you will end up with a nice little silhouette of her. I just did mine on regular printer paper. You can choose whatever you want. I think it will look great on some photo paper. Dollar Tree does also sell a couple of sheets. I believe it's like 5 in a pack of photo paper. That will give it a nice glossy finish. So it will print her out, cut it that way. And once you're done cutting her, it's going to go to your second mat. And then again, it's going to score, it's going to write, and it's going to cut out this shape. Now, once you have those 2 pieces, all you have to do is put some glue. Put some glue on the back of her. Glue her to your card, and you're done. The inside of my card is blank by my choosing. I actually use Dollar Tree 50-cent poster board to make this card. I wanted to play around with determining whether I even like making cards, which I think I do at this point, but I didn't want to have to purchase something that was going to be super expensive, find out I didn't like it, and then be stuck with a bunch of stuff I didn't want. So I used Dollar Tree poster board for this card. The white poster board is similar to cardstock. It is 50 cents for the sheet, and I have made about 5 cards with this, just white cards. If you saw my other video, I also made this card. These were both made with Dollar Tree poster board. The white poster board I found is a little bit lighter. The blue is a little bit thicker. As you can see, you can probably see some sticky here. I used 2-sided tape when I was playing around, just trying to see what I liked best. I have found that glue is better for me, and just regular old school Elmer's glue is great. This blue, again, is cardstock. This lady is paper. So find what works for you. I wasn't going to use paper for this. It didn't need to be a print and cut. I already had blue cardstock. You actually could do it as a print and cut if you wanted to, but that's a lot of saturation on your paper just for something that you can use cardstock for. But I hope this is actually helpful to somebody. If it is, like it, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to be able to help you soon again. Thanks. Bye.